The mind, on its return journey, when it has been annihilated, deceased, taught a lesson from something higher, just for the purpose of giving your mind and your body and your soul a second chance. When the mind reappears, there's a different viewpoint on everything. But the most important viewpoint is what it really knows about you. Before, the mind knew nothing about the true, original being that one is, because it chose not to confront its biggest fear. Let me make this very simple. Before this intrusion from this source, this spirit, this consciousness, the human that I was, alone, had so many fears. Fear of death, fear of failure, fear of being unsuccessful, fear of not fitting in, fear of living. In fact, you could condense it all and say, well, whatever I confronted made me ashamed and weak and unable to participate without living in fear. And of course, fear will lead, this human fear will lead you to an inevitable illness. And hence I faced this inevitable illness. So the fears were many. Everything was fearsome. But when the mind returns, you realize that all these fears are just passing thoughts, passing energies, passing concepts, passing ideas, passing lessons installed by our great predecessors who also confronted this human state. So the duality is not what the mind, the human mind, thinks it is. The human mind is one section of the duality. The being is the other section. The being has been ignored. The human is turned away and wants to be human, alone. Doesn't know anything else but being human alone, to live in a human world. We're not speaking about nature and planets and universes. It's the idea, the constructed, programmed way of thinking, this is how I have to live. And what the lesson when this source comes? It says in our language, human English words, doesn't come in words. It comes in one big essence, one big wise moment. The realization is, it was okay. It was okay to fear. Because the understanding is that you were not frightened of these imagined states. You were just frightened of confronting your being state. The fear of being. Meaning, stop living in the ideas of the world and the ideas of what you think your programmed mind should react to, live under, behave as, The being state is to be yourself, is to be completely honest and original, to react to life the way you were made, created, with unique individualities, unique personalities, unique body, unique mindset, a unique quality of living. Now, you don't have to change anything in your life. Instead of sitting in the corner, not doing what you are instinctively drawn to do as that child in class, you have to react to what is taking place within you. So if it means being late for an appointment because of something that is far more natural, I want to go to this toilet, I'm going to be late. But it's important for my body. Before you would rush to the meeting, the appointment, sit cross-legged or whatever it is, be uncomfortable. This is just a simple example. It's not the fear of death. It's not the fear of birth. It's not the fear of failure and success. These are all idiosyncrasies of what the lesson the teacher installs in you so you can overcome to realize your true self. Everyone is in this, what is perceived as this time, appears to be have one common fear. Not the fear of death, not the fear of birth, not the fear of failure, not the fear of fitting in. These are imagined thoughts. It's the fear of confronting your being. It's the fear of going inwards. It's not a fear really, is it? It's an ignorance. It's a foolishness. And when you meet your being and you become one, you return to this world, as Christ says, like this newborn child. It's not that you don't give a shit. You're just not frightened to be seen the way you are, in whatever way is deemed normal, evaporates. The normality is that meeting between your human state and your being state. They're inseparable. But along the lines we choose to move away. It's not the world. It's not that Illuminati. It's not that conspiracy. It's a choice that you have. As a child, you have no choice. You have no choice, but everything is installed in an educational way to say, yes, you are a human. But you have a choice to stop following that human role and stop and introduce the being role so that the human and the being become one. And in this oneness, God will pat you on the back because you've returned to your original self. You were created to be original, to be true, to be present, to be here, to be aware, to be grateful, and to replicate God in your way. But we just forgot. My idea is to remember, to reconnect, to recollect, and to really see this moment, really be this moment. This is the moment of pure, undisputable love, when you see yourself on the other side looking both ways. And you return, appearing as this, whatever this is. Namaste.